Open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run. This is Basher Tootin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Go!
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. Get it! 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week. Yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun. Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Prescott. He'll try and do this himself. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts them down in the minds of their opponents.
Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Ready, set. Come on.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Ready, break. Jaguars.
Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Matthews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Another Jaguars first down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we still...
Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Still going. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
We're going to 54. Hey, everybody, kill. Hey, kill.
Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Kevontae Turpin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. Such an electric play. So much fun to watch. And you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-7. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, some strong running. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Boys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
First down, and they go right back to Blue. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. So give him credit. He tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Yeah, here we go. Right there, wide in. Here we go.
Off the play fake, Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Wide in. 22.
They go with Blue between the tackles. He'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. It could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And his kick is indeed good.
Well, not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record. But instead, it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the post. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered. For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back and forth first quarter of play.
Back up! No! No!
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 117 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
70, get the wolf! Come on!
ETN up the middle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
First and goal.
Here we go.
Going back to the backfield, he'll get the carry. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. Second down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And they'll run again. And this time he is into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. Well, at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Yeah, here we go. I take. Then we're going to 53. 26.
They go again with Blue.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. But now he appears to be in some pain. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
There we go. 26.
On play action, Prescott.
He'll try and do this himself. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
First and 10 at the 20.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
He finds his man, complete. It's Pearson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take. Then we're going to 53. 26.
Prescott now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Yeah! Wide in. Hey, kill.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. Keeps himself upright. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
129 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first down. 2nd down and 3.
Let's go now.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Now, this is an example of breaking down in defense because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Matthews. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Hey, 47. Here we go. 26.
Prescott from the gun.
Well, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
At the 20-yard line.
And again, it's Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Here we go. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Wide in. Here we go. Kill. What is it?
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Prescott off play action. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Pearson. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott got his tight end. That's complete. It's Ferguson. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Now Prescott.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make them run?
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Throwing, Prescott.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. To throw is Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
They'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys get a bit closer. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that will cut this lead down to 25.
17.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Ready.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Third and 2.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Matthews. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Hey, kill.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
He finds Robinson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And they will take over first and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Room here to run.
Now he's loose again.
And down to the 28-yard line.
193 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not. That's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
My bad.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Prescott. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, this game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And it'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So on fourth down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Here we go.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now third down and very long.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they're trying to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw, Prescott.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 49 yards.
And the Jaguars are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
Boys take over first down 2 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Yeah, here we go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Yeah, he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks, giving the yard up to the 42.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Prescott to throw it. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Right back to him on 1st down.
There he goes again.
And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 67 yards on the ground. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Here we go, here we go. Bronco 80.
And they will take a knee here.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Get it. 70 Lions. Ready.
And they take a knee.
Two. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jaguars, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I give it all